on this episode of Game Chasers.
It was disgusting. We could smell from the other side of the SUV.
Even though she said that we could shoot, it freaked her out when that camera came on.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. Don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, everywhere's a heart, is a heart. A hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, everywhere's a face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, life is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look.
We are headed to Seattle, Washington for the 2011 PAX Prime.
I've never been to Seattle, so I'm looking forward to this. We're here in Seattle, and all I can say is thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so sick of 190-degree heat.
We don't have a lot of trees and whatnot around here in Dallas, so I got trees, mountains, nice fresh air. The weather was freaking amazing. A fellow YouTuber named Jason, who goes by the name of Metal Jesus Rocks, was kind enough to pick me and Billy up from the airport, took us to his house. Him and his wife brought us lunch and brought us a Ryan right now also. He was our guest cameraman, if you will, for the day.
Metal Jesus Rocks is taking us to a place called AJ's. It's a record store. Man, they're full of games too. Pretty much every system you can think of, they had some games for it. I mean, I'm seeing 3DO, TurboGrafx 16.
Anything cool? I kind of like that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles little handheld game. I wonder how much they're asking for that.
They had Game & Watches. They had a Turbo Duo. I've been wanting a Turbo Duo so bad. It does not have a price, so I'm asking the girl here, you know, what's the price of this thing? It's in the display case with all this other stuff, and she goes, well, I don't even know if it's for sale. So I put an offer on it, and I go, I'll give it $50. Even though she said that we could shoot, it freaked her out when that camera came on.
And she was kind of just sidestepping the question.
She literally hid behind one of the other store employees. And at that point, I'm like, dude, just kill the camera, because at this point, I just wanted the systems.
She clammed up, and that was the end of that conversation.
After about 10 minutes of this, I'm just, forget it. I guess that's just the way game chasing go in Seattle.
I came out of there with one game. Great baseball in the Master System. I got it for $1.
There are, of course, things that I see here that I want and I'd love to have, but at the same time, I don't want to blow all my money here on day one and not have anything the rest of the weekend.
So we go to a couple more retail stores in town. One place in particular I remember called the Pink Gorilla. It was pretty neat. Had a bunch of good stuff there.
So we're game chasing throughout pretty much the whole day. I got sick like a little baby and ended up, went to this Goodwill. I didn't go in, I stayed in the car. And freaking Ryan right now goes in there and gets Xenogears on the PS1. That could have been me, but no, I had to be sick.
It's Thursday night. There's this huge dinner planned for all the YouTubers at Cheesecake Factory. It's time to head out to that and get some grub. I'm starving.
All the guys that I have been watching on YouTube for a very long time are gonna be there. I get to meet them for the first time.
So we get to the Cheesecake Factory, and I mean, everybody's there. The who's who, Pete Dorr, Johnny Millennium, Gamester. Let's see, we showed up with Metal Jesus Rocks and Ryan right now. Retro Hunter showed up, Pat the NES Punk was there.
All right, dinner at the Cheesecake Factory is over, so we're actually heading off, and everybody's gonna go across the street and go to GameWorks and play some arcades for the rest of the night. So we did that. We I had a great time over there playing some newer school arcades.
Day one in Seattle, and so far I'm liking it. It's been a pretty cool day so far.
I'm ready to hit the hay and get up early tomorrow for the first day of PAX and seeing what this thing's all about.
So it's Friday morning, getting up, 8 o'clock, we're meeting Pat, the NES punk.
So the three of us were walking around PAX. We got in before the rest of the people there because we were media, we were press.
It was basically me, Pat, and Billy walking around without having to elbow our way through crowds and things like that. So it was really, really neat.
PAX is such a trip. You have all the major game developers showing off the latest games.
We come across the Capcom booth, and they've got a demo for Street Fighter X Tekken.
Only their 37th Street Fighter game in the last 3 years.
Everybody knows I'm a huge Tekken fan. I want to check this out and see how Tekken characters play on a Street Fighter engine. Pat's pretty good at Street Fighter. He knows his stuff. Kind of impressed. I still won though. Just saying. Sorry, Pat.
Me and Jay, we went back and forth, and yeah, he beat me. So what?
That's good. I like that, man.
He got a victory there, mate. Didn't count. It was an exhibition.
I'm not a huge fighter fan, never have been. I didn't really have any interest in playing it.
I was kind of impressed with it. Not that I think it was just going to be a complete bomb or anything. It was actually pretty good. I can't wait for the Tekken version to come out.
I played some 007 on the Move on PlayStation 3, and I was so not impressed. I mean, it was clunky, and it was not intuitive in the least, and it was broken, and it was horrible. So we're walking the floor, and then all of a sudden, the floodgates open, and everybody and their mother finally are able to get into the PAX floor. And it was just chaos.
Unfortunately for the three of us, PAX did not have a lot of retro game vendors. In fact, there were only a few that we saw.
So one of the guys running the pink gorilla booth thought he recognized Pat.
Don't put my dumb ass on the internet, please.
He was like, "Hey, I know you." And Pat's like, "Oh yeah, who am I?" He goes, "You're the nostalgia critic."
You guessed Mike Matei. I'm not the nostalgia critic. Anything else I could?
How about him? I love Nintendo.
You're the.
Give you a hint, it's on his shirt.
Well,
There he is.
well, I'm on my shirt.
Oh, you're at, no, because I just fucking watched that video.
That video?
Yes. No, not that.
This is
my
what
God.
stardom is all about, fame. People almost knowing who I am. Almost.
He thought I was like 13 other internet reviewers. He's like, "Oh yeah, you're this guy." I'm like, "No, you're this guy."
Yeah, dude, I feel like such a douchebag because I just watched the video with you and James playing those games and stuff.
That's
and I
fine.
just but like totally just flustered with all this PAX shit.
I found me a complete in-box NXS and a complete in-box Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch on Sega CD. I paid $3 and $4 for those respectively, and I think it's pretty good find. One of the things me and Billy really want to do while we're out here is watch the Angry Video Game Nerd panel, and that's about to start.
Hey, Pat, you NES punk. This is the nerd.
Screening the latest episode of the Angry Video Game Nerd with James there and with Pat there, and seeing up there on the big screen is a really cool experience.
Jokes, and let's not get tired of them.
Let's keep the poop jokes away for a second here. So I got on stage with James and Kevin. Had fun. I gave out NES games to people who were asking awful questions or good ones, and it was a little time for Pat to shine. I was just afraid I would say something stupid, which can tend to happen from time to time. I don't know when to shut up, like right now.
All those shows will be on the new RetroWareTV.com app.
He's announcing that there's a new app that's going to be for RetroWareTV.com.
So yeah, so if you like my videos, if you're a fan of, say, the Gamechasers who are in attendance.
So after the panel, one of James's guys, Ryan, comes up to us, me and Billy, and says, hey, we're filming an episode of Board James. You guys want to be in it?
He could have just come up to us and said, hey, look, you two SOBs, you're going to be on an episode of Board James. You hear me? And if you don't like it, you can suck it. And we would have been like, all right.
That's not going to be till later this afternoon, but at 4 o'clock we got a YouTube meet and greet.
PAX 2011, I met all these people.
What are you doing? Signing my name.
So yeah, we're here at the front steps of PAX, and we've got some people coming up here, you know, saying hi to us and saying that they love the show, which is really cool.
It's been a pretty surreal experience thus far.
Just think, who could have thought up with the idea to do a flea market video at first?
Oh my God!
I'm not sure.
Holy crap! You ripped us off, man! You ripped us off, man!
All right, the YouTube meetup is over. We just got a call from Ryan, and it's time to go do our Board James episode.
Victory! This is what winning looks like, people. This is what winning looks like.
It was our turn to go up there and play a round of Loop and Louie with James.
Ready for some Loop and Louie? Let's do it. Okay, here we go.
No, I'm not.
That's it. That's how you do it.
It was really awesome playing a board game with James. I can't wait to see the episode when it comes out. I already saw it actually, and Jay is actually on for literally like a second, but it's okay though. We were on Board James and it was awesome.
For the record, I won whenever we played Board James. I beat James. A tie's ass! I won! How is it a tie? How's it a tie when everyone has no freaking eggs left but me? I had one. No, you didn't have one. I won. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing, and I ain't gonna fall prey to your freaking... So Gamester81 talked to us earlier and asked us if we wanted to go to an arcade called Dorkies out in Tacoma.
This place, Dorkies, is beyond awesome.
Every classic old retro arcade game you can ever imagine. Centipede, Asteroids, all the stuff from the 70s and 80s. Tons of pinball machines. There were about 30 to 40 pinball machines, and they had some great machines. Some of the all-time best. Addams Family, Twilight Zone. Oh, I was in heaven.
Me, Billy, Pat, and Gamester playing the Ninja Turtles arcade game, and the 4 of us sat there and played it until we beat the thing, and that was really, really cool. I mean, it's a good game, first of all, and play it in good company like that. You can't ask for anything better.
My favorite arcade of all time. For me, it was the icing on the cake of an awesome day.
It was like we were 10 years old again.
Tekken is the shit. Hey, Street Fighter sucks, King of Fighters sucks, DOE
Destroy my Street Fighter. After that, destroy my
Blue sucks.
bullshit. Oh, come on. What is that? Yeah, I finally beat him. You didn't get it on tape. Thanks a lot.
That's the way Gamechasing goes?
That's the way Gamechasing goes.
Yes! Yes! 2 wins in a row!
We were playing Tekken against each other, and I won the first 3. He won the next 2, and Pat's pretty good at Tekken too. Kind of impressed.
Billy and Jay did the arm wrestling competition. I won't say who won, but one person was mad. It was Billy who won, and Jay was mad. But besides that, yeah, they had an arm wrestling machine there.
This is what I'm talking about right here. This is what I've been looking for up here, or wish was around here for years, and there's just not anymore. They really made us feel welcome and at home there at Dorkies.
So we're driving home from Dorkies, very late, about 1 in the morning, and all of a sudden, Jay just starts burping.
I got a little gas.
Now I think Jay had a hot dog outside of Dorkies arcade off the street. Yeah, that's always a great idea for cuisine.
I try to be courteous when I burp. I burp and I blow. Try to, blow the stench off so nobody else has to smell it. If we're in a car especially, I'll put the window down and I'll blow it out the window. Just being courteous. Nobody wants to smell no freaking Polish dog burp, right? Well, the wind kind of pushed the burp back into the car. The first time it happened, the smell hit everybody like a freaking ton of bricks. And everyone was just like, oh my God, what the hell is going on? And literally, I know I'm not gonna get through this story without everyone laughing, so I'm just gonna do it. Literally, the whole freaking car almost puked at the same time.
It was disgusting. We could smell from the other side of the SUV, but we had the windows rolled down on both sides.
Imagine the smell of sulfur, raw sewage, hot dogs, and death.
So I felt a little bad for that. You know, it was my fault. Well, it wasn't my fault. Everyone was like, just get the Polish dog. So I blame you guys. I blame all of y'all for it.
But he was doing this like he was 10 years old. Forcing himself to burp.
And it wasn't only once. Several times that happened. Ultimately, I had to wind up, every time I burped, just sticking my whole freaking, like, half my torso out of the window. Just to make sure that that didn't come back in, because I didn't want to get thrown up on. It's funny now, but at the time, if you'd asked any one of those guys, no. Actually, if you ask them now, they'd probably be like, F that guy, we're never riding in a car with him again.